The Russian President Vladimir Putin is in fact digging in for what appears to be a war that could drag on for a long time to come in Ukraine. He is in fact determined to hold out until the West agrees for peace on his terms. Now, undeterred by President Trump's threat of tougher sanctions and renewed military aid to Kiev, Putin is said to be confident that Russia's economy and military can withstand further Western pressure.
Of course, as Dmitry Peskov said, we want to understand what is behind this statement on 50 days. It used to be 24 hours, and it was 100 days. We've all been through this, and we really want to know what motivates the President of the United States. It is clear that he is under enormous, I would say, indecent pressure from the European Union and the current leadership of NATO, who impudently supports Zelensky's demands to continue pumping him with modern weaponry, including offensive weapons, at the expense of more and more damage to taxpayers in Western countries.
Now, Putin, who launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 following 8 years of simmering conflict in the east, believes that time is on his side. With Russian forces gaining ground, there are signs that his territorial demands could, of course, expand the longer this conflict continues to drag on. On Monday, Trump voiced frustration over Putin's refusal to commit to a ceasefire, warning that Russia would in fact face a new wave of sanctions unless a peace deal is struck within 50 days. The American president has also announced the delivery of Patriot surface-to-air missile systems and other heavy weaponry to Ukraine, a signal that Washington is not backing down. Now, despite multiple phone calls between Trump and Putin and visits to Moscow by the United States Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, no substantial progress has been made on any peace framework. And according to sources quoted by Reuters, Putin sees no detailed or serious proposals from the West and is holding pretty firm on a list of non-negotiable demands. Now, these include a legally binding pledge from NATO never to expand eastwards, permanent Ukrainian neutrality, limits on Ukraine's armed forces and constitutional protections for Russian speakers. Crucially, Russia demands the international recognition of its territorial gains, including the annexed areas during the course of this war. Now, despite enduring the harshest of sanctions the West has ever imposed and facing the threat of new US tariffs on Russian oil, the Kremlin believes that it can still survive economically and politically while continuing its war effort. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.